Good evening, Central Louisiana. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jake Lambright. It was a pretty noisy morning as strong to severe storms moved through Central Louisiana. You'll notice over the last 36 hours, a lot of storm reports ranging from western Rapides Parish all the way through portions of Catahoula Parish as well. Let me go and clear that off the screen. Take a look at a couple of these details. There were several trees that fell onto homes. Fortunately, no injuries or fatalities have been reported with those at this time. But again, all of the reports that you see there on your screen are related to, at least for now, straight line wind damage. There were some harder hit areas today that the National Weather Service does plan to survey in the days to come. And of course, regardless of the outcome, straight line wind damage, tornado damage, we will let you know once those survey results have been completed. Here's a look at some wind damage from Highway 28 East in the Happy Acres area. You'll see that tree there uprooted, something we typically see a little more often with straight line wind damage. Here's more wind damage in the Village Green area where you see a tree down there as well. Unfortunately, we are not done with the strong to severe storms for the evening, which is why we have declared Monday night into Tuesday morning a first alert weather day. We have a level 2 out of 5 slight risk in place for most of our area and a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk in our southern parishes. Here's a look at that zoomed in local view of the severe weather outlook. Everyone in Vernon, Rapides, Avoyelles, and areas north under that slight risk, and areas to the south are under that marginal risk. Now, no matter where you are, the tornado threat is very low, but it's not quite zero. So, of course, something I'm going to be watching. The hail threat is also on the lower side, but the wind threat is the reason that we've seen that upgrade to a slight risk, as we could see winds anywhere from 60 to 70 miles per hour in the strongest of the storms. Here's a look at Futurecast tonight about 2 a.m. We've got a couple of these isolated storms out ahead of this main line that we are going to be watching. Now, typically models don't handle these setups very well, but surprisingly, other than timing, the models have been doing a pretty good job with these. So far, the biggest discrepancy with what we saw earlier today was that it moved in an hour or two quicker than originally anticipated. So something to keep in mind, we're going to be watching that complex closely as it moves in from Texas into Louisiana. But if we see any isolated storms out ahead of that main line, they'll pose a threat for hail and maybe even a spin-up tornado. Moving that timeline forward to about 5-6 a.m., that complex of storms starts to move into our southern, or our western parishes, I should say, mainly posing a damaging wind threat. But again, hail and a brief spin-up tornado also possible. Now by 7 a.m., the storms are moving through the Alexandria-Pineville metro, the Colfax area, Gina, back down into Turkey Creek, Oakdale, over in Evangeline Parish, is something to keep in mind. And then as we get closer to 8 to 9 a.m., that leading edge of the line gets closer and closer to the Mississippi River. By 10 a.m., our severe threat should be completely done, and we will be rain-free until we get into your Wednesday. Now, accumulated rainfall estimates over the last 24 hours show in some spots anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of rain over in Concordia Parish. That's where we have some of the highest estimated totals. Down in Rapides Parish, most areas registering at about an inch of rain. And there are some other Doppler estimated rainfall totals on your screen. Now, officially at our observation sites across the board, we picked up about 1/4 inch at AEX this morning, over 3 inches of rain across the Mississippi and Natchez, over 1 3/4 inches of rain in Natchitoches, and about 1/4 inch of rain over in Oakdale. The local flood risk for the rest of tonight into Tuesday morning, this goes up until 7 a.m. on Tuesday, is a slight risk, which is a level 2 out of 4 on the flood risk scale. Once we get to 7 a.m., most of those flood risk concerns are focused on our northeastern areas and areas beyond central Louisiana. Our rainfall forecast through Wednesday at noon, not including what we saw today. So from now until Wednesday at noon, indicating we could pick up another 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain and add on more rain that we're expecting later this week. And by Friday at midnight, some spots could pick up between 1 and 3 inches of rain. We've got a break from the rain tonight. A beautiful view there this evening from the Paragon Casino Resort. Temperatures right now are in the upper 70s and even low 80s still over in Oakdale. We'll be falling into the lower 70s tonight for those morning lows. Again, cloud cover is going to pick back up and storms will increase after midnight tonight. Lows will be in the upper 60s, low 70s, a little warmer than average tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see cloudy skies for the afternoon as high temperatures make their way into the mid and upper 80s. Here's a look at your first alert 10-day forecast. Again, midnight to 10 a.m. Stay weather aware. Have a way to receive those alerts on your phone and make sure it's on ring tonight. It is a first alert weather day from midnight to 10 a.m. After that, we will dry out for most of the day, followed by more rain chances as we head through Wednesday through Friday of this upcoming week.